Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, whatever area of your chart you're wanting to look at. And if you're not familiar with the areas of your chart, there is a link in the description below to get yourself a free birth chart. Now, being a general reading rules apply, timing's not absolute. If another person turns up in the reading, there's a chance that roles can get reversed, as they say, or mixed up, because the cards don't come with name tags, so I can think I'm talking about you and I might be talking about them and vice versa. Now, I would like you to ask a question prior to this reading, so pause the video if you have to, take a moment to think about all of the questions that are around you at the moment, pick one of them and focus on it. However, be aware of all of them, because the cards will answer what they want. But the act of focus gives energy to the process that hopefully I will return to you. If not, the universe will find a way. Now, this reading either is for you or it isn't. It's not a take what resonates. There is a past and a present in the spread. And if the past and the present don't fit, then it's not for you. Simple as that. Go and watch your rising sign. In fact, always go and watch your rising sign anyway. Or your moon, your Venus, whatever you're wanting to look at. In the meantime, there is also a link down there for the Facebook page for this channel. So obviously I post these videos. I also post the astrology videos that I watch on YouTube, so you can see where I'm learning my stuff from. Or at least I post the, the daily, weekly, monthly forecast stuff that I watch. And I think that's all my housekeeping. Apart from, I have got a, if I remember to put it in, I have recently done a video on the hexing of the moon scandal, or baby witches scandal, which is well worth a watch. Okay, so let's bring the cards up. Now then, Taurus, what I really feel, we have the Tower on the bottom of the deck and the Tower in the recent past. So, as a general rule of thumb, are you recovering from a Tower moment? Because we have from the Moonology deck, we have a Time for Healing, Balsamic Moon card. And it does seem like you're all geared for battle, but the war has been won. Now, whatever that means, picking up the pieces, you've managed to make plans to survive through what you are going through right now. You are working to see the value in things, and you're seeing that you can move ahead, and you're feeling, by the looks of it, by the looks of this, pretty confident about the future, or pretty confident about where you are. But one thing that I do want to caution is that you don't know all of the facts yet. And that's not that you don't know all of the facts, not that the Tower moment is still going on, because that could be a little way in the past, all the way over here. But that there's still some revelations to come from that, and it is imperative that you are very, very careful with your actions right now. Just imagine the cartoon Angel and Demons on your shoulders. I would say go with what the angel says, and don't get on the bad side of the angel. Not that they have bad sides in this analogy, but don't risk their disapproval. Make sure that how you are acting at the moment and from this point on is something, I mean, this is a good rule for life anyway, isn't it? But just make sure that you are always being fair, always doing actions that won't come back and make you feel guilty. Now notice I'm talking there about your feelings. So I'm not necessarily saying about the effect of the actions on the outside world. I'm talking about the effect of your actions on you, because the conflict is coming to a close here. There's something that you've been working towards that looks like it might be lost, or it might be changed beyond a point where you recognize it, where you could feel comfortable with it. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's almost like there was an effort that you were trying to nurture, that you were trying to put something forward into the world, but because of this conflict and because of reverberations from this tower event a little while ago, that I don't think you can quite do what you was initially intending to do, or it's not going to happen quite the way that you was wanting it to happen. To put it bluntly, your vision of what was going to be has turned out to be impossible. Now, that doesn't mean that you just alter that vision very, very slightly, and that's possible, but your original view of what you were heading towards, which is a shame after you did so much inner work to say, yeah, this is how I want to proceed. And I think you had very many ways that you could proceed, and you chose a harder path. You chose a harder path because you thought it would be best for yourself and for those around you. And those around you who recognized what you were doing and why you were doing it, they're worth holding on to, they're worth keeping. But the practical matter is that it can't happen like that anymore, because of changes in the world, changes in your life, changes in, I don't know, legislation, the virus, you know, whatever. It has upset your plans to a great extent, but quite possibly not as much as you think it has. I mean, after all, I feel that there's an influence around you going, well, look, you obviously have to go in a new direction, so go in that new direction. I believe that their advice is good, but what you have to be careful of, this is card number 31 from the, what's it called? Sacred Spirit Oracle. And I've got boxes all around here. And it's Secret Temptation, being led astray. With all of the aggravation and potential conflict that may well have been around and is still around, some mental conflict of your own. It's like disaster is forcing you to act and to move forward, but you're conflicted, but you need to act. You need to start adjusting your vision rather than just grieving your vision. Because you have an opening here, the creation of light from the Kitsune, Foxfire Oracle, sorry. You have an opening here to create something beautiful, far and well beyond, where did I see that 10 of Cups? Well beyond what you had initially planned, even though what you had initially planned had been going really, really well until whatever this recent upset was. So it's really, really important that you don't react in anger, that you are completely fair. And even if somebody has been unfair to you, don't do the same back to them. Because on a purely mercenary level, if you don't do the same back to them, the spoils of war, by you having that moral high ground, will be far more in your benefit and far more in your interest. But if there's someone that has been interrupting or stymieing your plans, stymieing, then if you react to them the same way that they're acting to you, you can miss out on a chance of actually really finding the right way to take your vision forward. Because what I think is happening here is that you're your vision has been put to the test by recent circumstance. It's been found wanting, not because there was anything wrong with the vision itself, but simply because the world has changed around it and the vision itself needs to be updated to match the new world. I'm not going to use the phrase the new normal, because there is no new normal. There's looking at the astrology, there's not going to be a normal for quite some time, and when it gets here it will be a new one, but yeah, no more normal, not for a good while. And that for you is a wonderful opportunity. There is a wonderful promise of a new beginning. I mean, it's almost like you feel like it was snatched away from you, but you've got to make the choice that you are going to, how can I put it? That you're still going to pursue that original vision, but in its new modified form. Because there is a time for your ships to come in, but it does seem like there's a lot of opposition, a lot of see, now I don't want to say conflict, because I really feel like the conflict is over, but the conflict being over, it is dependent on you not reacting in kind to whoever or whatever, but there is a promise of fast progress, of if you go, yeah, that conflict's there, I'm walking away, I'm leaving, I'm rejecting the conflict because it's the wise thing to do. Why waste my time fighting a battle that, well, I'm tempted to say, why waste your time fighting a battle that you've already won? And although doing this creates, or not doing this rather, creates a huge amount of anxiety for you, walking away from this potential conflict, potential obstacle, potential reacting against somebody because of something they've done, opens up a whole new level to the vision that you have been working on. Knight of Cups, Queen of Vessels, Ace of Vessels. So cups, 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 but going further and higher up in the suit each time. So, and bear in mind that right now, moon card here, moon card under here, if I remember correctly. Yep, there we go. So there is, I would advise against going to war or diving into some form of conflict or opposition right now, because not everything that you know is true, and not all truths are known. And it's more a case of, you have to, and you've done this before, so you know how to do it, you have to find your own path that you are happy with to navigate through this situation, looking to your inner light, looking to that angel, oh no, that one, isn't it? Looking to the angel on your shoulder. And if you are happy to do it and the angel on your shoulder is happy to do it, then it's worth doing. If you're happy to do it, but the angel on your shoulder is a bit more, oh, I don't know about that, then there is another way. There is definitely another way, which will bring a lot of changes around. I feel like there is either there is a lot of different conflicts around you, Taurus, or there's been one conflict that's been ongoing for quite a while and it keeps threatening to come back and you keep having to walk away from it. But Ten of Swords, put it to rest, put it to bed, refuse to engage. I think that's I might call the reading that if I remember. Refuse to engage, because that is what will bring you the most benefit, the most progression, and closest to you creating something for that's good for you and good for others. And don't waste time fighting if indeed it is a time for healing. So I mean, it's not like it's the first time you've had the rug pulled out from under you. Previously, you was in a situation where you were making plans, possibly to do with new friends that came in, but there is a certain element of disaster about how that happened. But okay, it was carefully managed disaster. So I do feel that it didn't quite go as right in the way that you wanted it to, but a lot of good things came out of it. It gave you a really good foundation, and it's probably that foundation that had been threatened by your recent tower moment. But now you have the opportunity to put, oh, that's nice, to put this conflict totally to rest using the skills that you picked up way back then before the tower moment happened. And that's not why the tower moment happened, but that's why you was doing what you was doing before the tower moment happened, to create those skills so that you can use them now. So there's not even an element of learning new stuff here, apart from, you know, getting to know your shadow side and getting to examine all your actions and what have you, and that's new for every single one of us every day. So hey ho, you know, it's nothing special apart from it's your journey, so it is special to you. But put this matter to rest, have the clarity to walk away and say, right, no more. It won't be causing you any further nightmares. Simple as that. It gives you a rebirth when you reject, when you actually release your chains somewhat and cut things away. Whereas, and I think since in the past you were working with friends, now you're very much more working by yourself with whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. But that's okay. I think fate's going to smile on you here. But for you to be successful, it demands a total transformation on your side, on your path. A transformation of your vision and a transformation of you, which, you know, the two are going to go hand in hand anyway, aren't they? So, but you can, okay, you can rise this old plan that got disrupted from the dead almost, but it's going to be different. Fortunately not different like dipping somebody into a Lazarus pit and they come out all foaming at the mouth, but it is going to be a balancing act to try and bring this into being. But I feel that information will come to you if you've got the eyes to see it, that will open some doorways to you. And when I say is if you've got the eyes to see it, is if you are not, you have not got yourself locked into combat with somebody because they was trying to disrupt your plans. Because bear in mind at the moment, I feel like you haven't had the opportunity to formulate these new plans yet. You're still wanting to go ahead with your original plan, as damaged as it is. And the fact is that that will be a square peg in a round hole. The world has changed, so you have to change your vision with it. There is the archontic mask of the gods that is fighting against you, that's trying to keep you away from your own path. Right now is your own feelings, which is why I was talking about, you know, be aware of your reactions, especially with that secret temptation card. But you do have good friends. Celebrate right now. I know that's going to sound weird after this tower moment, but I've got the song I'm Still Standing going on in my mind. Do you know what I mean? So celebrate that you are where you are and that you could have lost a lot more, or the doors of opportunity, a lot more of those doors could have closed, but they haven't. but you have to be very, very, very aware of them, because some of them, like it's a secret temptation, some of them are more secret doors. They are not doors in walls. They're like little pixie doors in the bottom of a tree. But this is a prime time for you to surge ahead and manifest at the right moment. This King of Wands energy is covering the deck in a way, the spread, in a way that these other two aren't. It's like, you know it, you have to move forward. And I would say, yes, you move forward, but you move forward in a move that keeps that angel on your shoulder happy. That's it. That's everything that I see here. So, if this means anything to you, Taurus, comment down below. Obviously, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And keep posted. Go watch your rising sign or your moon sign and your Chinese zodiac sign once I get those recorded. Cheers.